The case of the Mlolongo 4 is a case that is currently unfolding with a lot of stories being peddled on what really led to the abduction of these men. Today evening, news came unto us that two of the said men had been found dead and their bodies were currently awaiting post-mortem at the city mortuary. But what really happened? A lot of people have been speculating that these people were abducted on the reasons of criticizing the government and posting pictures of President William Ruto in a coffin, as earlier had been speculated with the rest that had been abducted. But the other four that were abducted, the four young men abducted on 24th and 21st of December 2024 were released. But these others, named or popularly known to many as the Mlolongo 4, were not released. So people took onto their social media to call upon the release of the four Mlolongo men that had been abducted. The Inspector General of Police, Douglas Kanja, and the DCI Director, Amin Mohammed, today appeared at Milimani Local to answer on the whereabouts of these four men, where the DCI Director claimed that he had no idea of who the said men were and his team had nothing to do with the disappearance of the said Mlolongo 4. But now some new information is coming up. Some new speculations are being brought in on what really would have led to the abduction of the said four men. Remember, one of them, his body was found in Ruai but then transferred to a city mortuary for postmortem, and where the family got to identify the body of their loved one. But in regards to the intel that we are currently receiving is that these four men were not abducted by the police for the common reasons that we all thought they were abducted for. The reasons that many were familiar with is that they had criticized or posted certain pictures depicting President William Ruto in a coffin, or certain funny silhouettes that showed President William Ruto in a certain way, or other government officials. What we are being told is that these people were involved in certain deals that went wrong. A certain somebody on X posted this. Now, according to Kemuzi, who posted these on January 9th, 2025, he said this: these people are still missing. Number one, Steve Mbisi, who was abducted on 17th December 2024 in Mlolongo. Number two, Paul Karani Mwema, the boy who has not yet been found, and also Steve Mbisi has not yet been found. 29 years, Karani, also abducted on 17th of December 2024 in Mlolongo. Number three was Martin Mwahu Zyuko, who was 35 years old, abducted on 17th December 2024 in Mlolongo. And last on the list is certain Musimi, who was also abducted on 17th of December 2024 and was found dead. This is the guy that his body was discovered in Ruai. Now listen to this allegation. When this tweet was made, somebody said deals ni mingi, shida ni CID. Anyway, families hawa zichangishe pesa, wameoshana kwa deals za mashamba huko Mlolongo, ama waseme pesa wameficha wapi, otherwise itakuwa ni luwere. As you engage in legal dealings with friends, ensure at least one close family member knows whatever you do underwater. You all remember the Kitengela 4. I mean the Kitengela 3. Now we have the Mlolongo 4. One you used to sell bags, the others are large brokers in the area. Ripoti zinasema sio distance ni madeal. Munapea family members kazi ngumu kuwatetea how you are making an honest living na mnaoshana chini ya maji. Anyway, Aluta Kibiriti Prophetic Ministries will be there. Now, this guy claims that these 4 Mlolongo men were involved in certain illegal dealings that led to them being abducted and then being executed. Because right now you can't tell me somebody has been holding them from December 17th. Remember, as of today, we are on 30th of January 2025. 2 of them have been found dead. You can tell me the rest 2 are still alive and have not yet been found or haven't been released. And sincerely speaking, I also see some relevance in what has been speculated. Reason why these 4 young men, the 4 men, they're not young. The youngest is 29 years old. They were abducted on 17th of December 2024. Right now it's over a month and about 2 weeks. When you look at their situation in comparison to the other that were released, remember Bill Mwangi, who was abducted because of posting certain pictures of the president. Bernard Kavuli, who also came from Mlolongo by the way, was abducted on 21st of December. Ronnie Kiplagat, the brother to Kibet Bull, was also abducted to draw out his brother, who is Kibet Bull, who was creating silhouettes portraying President William Ruto in certain funny way. All of these young men were abducted, but after the chaos that broke out and the demonstrations that went on, the beginning of the year, January, the first week, the 4 young men resurfaced in different parts of the country. Now, we all know these people, their mistake was so clear. The problems that they had with the government was so clear. Opposing the government and making fun of the president. It was clear. Yeah, that one, we would say that they were kidnapped so that, to tame them, to tame their actions on social media. But when we come to these other Mlolongo 4, they don't have social media footprints that depict them trying to portray the president nor the administration of Kenya Kwanza in certain way. These are people that don't have any social media footprints. It's like the question that we were asking when Cabinet Secretary for Public Service Justin Muturi came out to allege that his son had been abducted. What a lot of people were asking is, how was your son abducted, yet he is not a person that uses social media to expose the government or do certain things? So, and others asked, has he abused the president? Has he posted something to depict that he was against the regime that his father was serving in as the Attorney General? No. So which means there was an hidden agenda on why the National Intelligence Service took the said man into custody. But he was released because, his father is up high in the food chain and had contacts with the president who called for his release. But come to the Mlolongo 4. These people also don't have social media footprints. All we came to know about them when their family members came out on different media platforms calling for their release. And this tells you that if it was not because they opposed the government or posted things that depicted the president in a certain funny manner, they had other dealings that might have gotten them kidnapped and even killed. And that is why there is some weight in the certain allegations that are currently brewing on social media. The other who are released are young men from the age of 25 going down, 26. The eldest was 27, 26, 24, and 21. Those that were abducted, young boys. We don't even call them men. But when you look at the other Mlolongo 4, their age gap is from 29 to 35. What does that tell you? There is an hidden agenda on why these people disappeared. And we might even argue on the basis of what the Directorate of Criminal Investigation said, that they don't know the whereabouts of the said four, because it was not them who abducted them. I will also take you back to the case of the Kitengela 3. We had Jamil Longton and his brother. These were people that were known to be organizers and mobilizers of Gen Zs during the demonstrations of the June 25th. And they had continued to portray their activism in a very open manner, and we all knew what they were being taken in for. What led to the abduction is because they spoke against the regime of President William Ruto. So when we were asking, and even the police were denying their involvement in this, we knew that the police had taken them into custody. The same to Bob Jagi. He was taken off a matatu headed to Kitengela from Nairobi, and videos were taken of the car, the people that took him, and it was clear that the hidden squad that has been abducting those that have been against the government is the one that took Bob Jagi into custody. But when you come to the said Kitengela, the Mlolongo 4, you will agree with me that there is, how should I put it, that there is no reason we should say that these people were not involved in certain things, because the Kitengela 3 walikaa under custody for about 1 month, and they were released. But hawa wamekaa for all this while, na ndio bodies zimeanza kupatikana in different parts of the country. What does that tell you? People had a bone to chew with these people, and they did what we call termination. So the rumors that we have is that they were involved in certain dealings where they didn't deliver, or walioshana pesa mahali fulani na ndio ilipelekea wakaondolewa. Though we don't support that anything like this should be happening in a democratic country or in a country that has a rule of law, but sometimes we also should be having clear indication on what is happening in this country. For now, make sure you subscribe. See you in our next video. This is the Kenyan Daily Report.